We've defined what a fruit and vegetable is, how much a serving is, how few Americans are actually eating 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, the health benefit, the reduction in mortality that accrues when you achieve that recommendation. We've talked about the value of antioxidants in preventing disease. Let's talk about some tips for incorporating fruits and vegetables into your diet. Now, first of all, is it possible to eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day? After all, who does that? And we're in a fast food convenience society. How can we accomplish such an old-fashioned goal? Well, these tips really work. I've been offering these tips to patients for over a year, and they have found it possible to increase their servings of fruits and vegetables to 5. I follow the recommendations I'm about to present, and they work for me as well. Now, fruits and vegetables are the most exciting part of a healthy diet. There is so much variety to explore. But 5 servings of fruits and vegetables is a lot. We're talking about only 10% of Americans reaching that goal on a daily basis, which means if you're going to achieve that goal, your plate is not going to look like the average American's plate. It's going to be predominantly fruits and vegetables, and they're going to be taking up most of your bowl or plate at each meal. What I recommend you do is start with a meal plan. The average American makes 219 food decisions per day, and that's because the average American doesn't have a plan. Each meal and each in-between meal or snack is another series of choices they have to make, and they're shooting from the hip. They're at the mercy of big food, convenience options, eating in, ordering out. Having a plan assures a consistently healthy diet and takes the guesswork out of what to eat. Keeping in mind that the goal is to have 5 servings a day, you can basically template your meals and figure out how to spread those servings over your 3 meals. For me, I'll have 2 servings with a salad. Usually that's 3 cups of salad plus another serving of a fruit or vegetable like a tomato, 1/3 of an avocado, carrots, mushrooms, radishes. Then for dinner, it's a vegetable. It's going to be 2 servings, so that'll be 2 cups of a hard vegetable or 6 cups of a leafy vegetable sauteed. For dinner, it's going to be some kind of fruit over overnight oats. That'll be a medium fruit or a cup of berries. So I can have endless variety in what I'm eating. There are billions of different kinds of salads and toppings on salads. There are so many different kinds of vegetables. There are so many different kinds of fruits. But I have a basic template that ensures I'm getting the amount that I need. This is my way of achieving 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Each week is completely different from the week before because the produce that I'm buying is based on the season and what's fresh locally. And that always changes. I also do this thing where I just let my eyes wander in the produce section and gravitate towards what's most beautiful. I think on an evolutionary level, we know what nutrients and what antioxidants we're lacking. And evolutionarily, we're primed to select the fruits and vegetables from our environment that we most need. And so not having too much rules, but going in there and looking for what's beautiful can be a way of getting the variety of antioxidants that's beneficial for my body. So I'm buying what's in season and what's fresh locally. So that's always going to change. And what remains constant, though, is that the amount I'm buying, and that for lunch I'm going to have a large salad. For dinner I'm going to have a plate of vegetables. For dessert I'm going to have oats with fruit. Just a small footnote, you can see that I don't have breakfast. I basically have moved my breakfast to an after-dinner dessert. It's the same thing I was having for breakfast, oats with fruit. I just have been convinced recently by shortening your eating window, intermittent fasting, eating only over 8 hours. So my first meal is at noon and my last meal is before 8. This is not one of my recommendations for health score because there isn't the large data showing a reduction in mortality. It just hasn't been studied. It's a personal practice and one you're welcome to try, but absolutely not recommended for meeting the health score goals. So now that I have a plan for the week that covers me for each day, I'll go grocery shopping. Because I planned out what I'm going to eat, I know how much produce I'm going to need. Let's take a look at me grocery shopping at Rainbow Grocery, my favorite place to buy produce in San Francisco. And afterwards, we'll look at unpacking that produce when I get home and going over what I've purchased. This will hopefully give you some good idea about what to get when you're grocery shopping.